Hello. Today I'm going to tell you the story about the little story that didn't want to be told. Now, it starts with a dragon. It starts with once upon a time. I should say, once upon a time there was a dragon. And he goes by the name of the red gold dragon on account of his shiny red scales and his golden heart. The red gold dragon lived in the centre of a great forest in a hollow oak tree. And in that forest, he was quite the celebrity. He was a bit of a legend, a creature of distinction. As he flew across the forest, the little creatures would squeak in adoration and they would beg him to come down and entertain them. And that was all due to the fact that the dragon was a marvellous storyteller. There he is now, look. You can see him whizzing about above the trees. You've missed him. It doesn't matter. I'll introduce you a bit later in the story. But the story starts with 3 mice making their way across the forest. Now, as you probably know, mice are merchants. They make their way in life by taking goods from somewhere and taking them to somewhere else and trying to sell them at a profit. If you've ever had something go missing, maybe a pen, some loose change, some buttons, Nintendo DS game, then maybe it was the mice that took it, for that is how they make their business. And so these 3 mice are trundling across the forest. Oh, here they are now. Hello, mice.
Why, hello, sir. How do?
Well, I'm doing fine. How are you guys? You look like you got quite a haul there.
Yes, we've had a marvellous day. Been out on the grass there where the humans eat and picked up a few bits. Yeah, quite a good load. Fantastic.
Yeah, that looks great. Did you know that you're right near the red gold dragon's tree? It's just over there. I don't know if you knew.
No, we didn't. You hear that, lads? The red gold dragon's tree, huh? Well, it's funny because we just picked up this camera off the grass, so we might as well take a snap of it. That's one for the album, huh? Great.
Yeah. Why don't you go and give him a knock, and if he's in, maybe he might tell you a story. I don't know. It's worth a shot.
Do you know what? You're right. Nothing ventured and all that. Great. I think we will.
So the 3 mice trundled off over to the red gold dragon's tree and knocked on the side. And as luck would have it, the red gold dragon was in. And he agreed to tell them a story, explaining that he doesn't usually do freebies, but that he had a rather clever little story that he had been waiting to tell. It was a story about a little story that didn't want to be told. Yes, I've been waiting to tell someone for quite a while. I think it's really a nice little story, and I hope you enjoy it. So, once upon a time, excuse me. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Inside the red gold dragon's mouth, the little story was holding on fast to his teeth and refusing to come out.
No, I won't come out. I don't want to. Oh, no, please, no.
And try as he might, the red gold dragon could not convince the story to come out. I'm terribly sorry. This never normally happens. I don't understand. With that, the red gold dragon flew up above the forest, and when he was alone, he went down inside his golden heart, which is where he kept all his stories, and spoke with the little tail. Well, why is it you don't want to be told? I just don't understand. The little story explained that the red gold dragon was such a famous storyteller. He was known far and wide for his clever stories that would make people think, and he just didn't feel like he could live up to that reputation, didn't want to deal with the pressure. The red gold dragon knew that Even he, with his rich, warm, dark brown voice, couldn't convince the little story to be told. But he thought he might know who could. And that was the cat. The cat is the wisest creature in the whole forest. So wise that animals are always coming to him with their problems, seeking solutions to this problem or this problem. The cat is so busy with all these problems that he's had to build himself a surgery. You go in and you take a ticket and you sit and you wait your turn to be seen. And that is exactly what the dragon did. He waited for 1 hour, 2 hours, nearly 3, until finally the cat could see him. The cat sat there on his desk. It's a beautiful, big, fat, ginger cat with a luxurious coat.
Excuse me, sir. I would appreciate it if you do not stroke me like this. I am a creature of dignity, the wisest creature in the whole forest. And you are making the video, and I'm trying to keep this dignity for the people watching on the video at home. So thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay, but just don't stroke me. I'm not the kind of cat that you can stroke. Okay?
Yeah, I understand. Carry on.
Well, it's your story. You have to tell it. You were talking about when I gave the red gold dragon that wonderful piece of advice I gave him.
You're right. So the red gold dragon explained to the cat the problem, all about the mice and the story and everything that had happened. And the cat paused for a moment after the dragon had finished, thinking, and then said, "Are you sure that you have not just told me the story about the story that did not want to be told?" The dragon too paused and realized he had. Simultaneously, down in his golden heart, he could feel the little story bouncing around with joy. For he too had realized that he had just been told, and that he really was a rather brilliant, clever little story. He agreed to be told the next time the red gold dragon had a chance. The dragon thanked the cat, shook his paw and flew off up into the forest again. And it wasn't long before some crocodiles were snapping up at him.
Red gold dragon down here in the river. Please come down and tell us a story. Please come down and tell us a story. We loved it so much last time. Please, just one story, just a little story.
So the red gold dragon flew down to the crocodiles and agreed to tell them a story. Smiling his famous smile, he agreed to tell them the story that he had been waiting to tell all day. The little story about the little story that didn't want to be told. And after he had finished, he said in his rich, warm, dark brown voice, "The end."